I want to thank everyone. I've heard from so many people in the last 72 hours from Western New York. It's really touched my heart, the amount of, I never expected this much love, support, kindness. It really has meant a lot. I think back to the Vietnam generation and when they came home, and some of those veterans didn't even want to acknowledge that they served. They didn't want to wear their uniform. A lot of America put the policy of why they were deployed ahead of their valor. It seems that we've learned some of those lessons, and I just wish that more Vietnam veterans, Korean War, World War II, everyone, guys at VA hospitals can feel half of the love that Western New York has given to me, and most importantly, the Gold Star families in Western New York and Rochester. These men and women have given up their sons and daughters, and there's really, it's not just Memorial Day isn't one day a year for these families, it's every single day. But what makes the American military world class has nothing to do with our equipment, it has nothing to do with our training, it has to do with why we're there. It's what we believe in, it's our community, it's our relationships with each other, it's that love, that bond. You're fighting for, there's 1,000,007 reasons why people are divided when they walk outside. But I don't have time for that. I don't have time to judge you for who you worship. I don't have time to judge you by what you look like or who you love. If you are willing to stand with me and get shot at, then I'm willing to lead you, I'm willing to follow you, and I'm willing to take out whatever we have to take out because we're coming home. And if you get hurt, I'm going to be so close to you that round's going to hit me too.
Really, the takeaway is that this award is what's important, and the people that receive it are just ambassadors of it. This represents that there are people out there that see things as more important as themselves, and I think that's a huge part of what we should be as warriors and as servants. And yeah, but it's just crazy. I remember looking at these recipients when they first received their awards and just thought to myself, man, I'm really fortunate that that's not me, because they're young, they're all amazing Americans, but they were just under a tremendous amount of pressure. And I used to look at them as, clunky and awkward, and why are they that way? And then I realized it's the award that makes them that way. Talking to them now, they have no problem. But when it's about them, it's so awkward that you just don't even know how to articulate. You become a blubbering mess because you can't ever think of yourself as a recipient of something like this. It really is absurd.
Weird to me that I covered you playing high school basketball, you and Jason Dunham playing high school basketball.
Yes, I
was right there.
Well, think about that. You want to talk about the disproportionate amount of decorated veterans in our Western New York area. The Glopper and Butts are literally Medal of Honor recipients for a weekend. So, we could literally break it down by the battle. Jason Dunham, first Marine to receive the Medal of Honor of Global War and Terror. From SIO Section 5, we play him in soccer, you play him in, everything else. His birthday is November 10, my birthday is November 10. But when Jason Dunham received that award, I thought they should have named the Rochester Airport after him. I thought there was something that we could have done to remind people that Jason Dunham was from our area. Never in a million years thinking that, this day would come. But Brian Shawtosh is from Webster. He's a Navy Cross recipient. Gary Bikert is a recipient from Vietnam. He lives out in Greece. And the Southern Tier is lousy with 3 or 4 other guys. It's like, what do we have in our water that no one else has? Well, there's a lot of patriotism and a lot of support, but there's also a bunch of hunters. When you look at all the problems of the military, just has so many opportunities to take a guy from nowhere and just say, look, you got to do it on your own, but here is at least the lines that you have to play in. And if you can leave the area, see other places, and you know what we end up doing? We end up coming home. Because we spend all my life trying to get out of Lindenville, trying to get out of Orleans County, and now you're like, man, it's the best place to live. You know what I mean? I want to get down to Houghton. I want to get to Genesee County. you think that you're missing out on the world, and then you realize this is the best place to raise your family. It's the best place to raise your kids. You have opportunities that you don't have anywhere else. And the other thing is, we don't have problems that other people have. Of course, cities grow in, you get drugs, you get everything else, but you still can experiment and have controlled failure. I had controlled failure growing up. I could try something, a hairstyle, an instrument, and it was never, I had that support of my community that it was like, be different. Go out there and try something, but you're not going to be, thrown aside. You can't say that about the suburbs. You can't say that about the cities. You can say that about rural Western New York. So, Terry Anderson, when he came home, Peggy Faye was a Batavia resident. National figure from Western New York. But I guess my whole thing, I never want to grow up to be a hostage. You know what I mean? Like, that was something that happened. One day, maybe I could be taken by the Lebanese. That'd be fun. That's my dream. But you look at his strength, you look at his character. If there's anyone that deserves to be bitter and angry, it's a guy who spent 6.5 years in captivity, treated like a dog. But he represented that strength of Western New York, which is we are tough people, and we're only going to take so much. I hope nobody has to ever endure the crap that we went through. I really hope no one has to endure that type of kinetic fighting. But at the same time, I hope every member of Western New York is willing to do something for the nation and something for each other. Because I think if that mindset is there, we'll be all right.